Now, let's start with math. Let's start with math, page 163. We're going to start division and the distributive property. Remember, when you were talking about divisions, we need to remember the tables, because if you know the tables, it's going to be easier for you to solve these divisions. Now, page 163. In that page, if you can notice that it's the topic, and then it says, you can use the distributive property to break apart numbers to make them easier to divide. We can use the previous way to find the divisions. You find a number that you multiply by that number to get the answer, or we can break the numbers to make this division easier. Now, using the distributive property, it says that dividing a sum by a number is the same as dividing each item by the number and then adding to the quotients. So in other words, the distributive property tells you that it doesn't matter if you break that number, and then you multiply, you divide each of these numbers, and then you add the quotients of this number, so the result of these numbers, to get the answer, that complete answer of the division. It doesn't matter because you're going to get the same answer. So let's practice. It says, first, we're going to outline a rectangle on the grid to model 69 divided by 3. So that is our number, our division, 69 divided by 3. So it says, shade the columns of 3 until you have 69 squares. So if you have colors, it will be wonderful. We're going to color this grid 69 columns of 3. So we're going to have 1, 2, and 3. So here it's 3. We're going to shade 3, and then we're going to shade 69. We're going to count 69 here until we get it. So let's work on this. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we continue. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Well, here I have 20. I have 20 here if I not run. So I can use one color for this 20. Shade of 3. I have 20 here. I'm going to write here 20. And we continue, since we have 20 here, but I'm going to continue with 3 more. 1, 2, and 3.
And I am Gabriela. We have to do 20, I don't know.
21 color, yes, and then
we have to write with the pen, con el lápiz.
Yes, you should write this with the same color. For example, this it's with brown, so you the same color that you're using for this 20, use the same color for writing the number. And here I use color red for number 3, so with color 3 you can write the number 3. Yes. Why just
with other color, yes?
Yes, you can use other color. I'm using these 2 colors. If you want to use purple, blue, orange, yellow, it's okay. Don't worry. It's in your book. So you choose the 2 colors that you want to use, or the colors that you have with you. Now, why we're coloring just 20 here? As you can notice, we have 3. It says 3 rows with 20 columns. So in this case, we do not have just 20. We have more than 20 here. How many squares we have? We have 20 in the first row, 20 in the second row, and 20 in the third row. So it means that we don't have just 20, we have more than that. And also here we have 3, but 3 just in the first row, 3 in the second row, and 3 in the third row. So we have more than 3, but we're representing that we're coloring 3 columns, 3 columns of 3 each one. So now it says, how many groups of 3 can you make? We can make groups of 3, 23. We can make groups of 3, 23 in this case. So I'm going to write 23 here. Let me know if you finish. You can color this part You can color this part with the same color that you are using. For example, this, the 3 in one color, and the 20s with the other color that you're using.
I finished, Mia.
Finished?
Yes. I finished.
Okay. Okay, now let's continue. All of you finished class to color these, the 20 columns and the 3 columns using an art color. So why 23? Because it says how many groups of 3 can you make? You can make a group of 23 because you have 20 and that's 3 here. So we have 23 groups of 3. Now, letter B, it says, think of 69 as 60 plus 20. Break apart the model into 2 rectangles to show 60 plus 20 divided by 3. So that's going to be another model. And it says label and shade the smaller rectangles used to different colors. So that is another. This is another word, another way to find the answer. It can be the 20 here modeling, or it can be 60 and 9. It's another word that we can break this number. So it's going to be the same. We can break as 20 because if you multiply 3 times 2 is 60 and 3 times 3 is 9. So here in this case, we have 60 and here we have 9. If you add 60 plus 9, you have the 69. Remember the 69 is our divided. So it's the same if you break 69 into 6 plus 9 divided by 3, you are going to get the same answer. So now letter C, it says each rectangle models a division. So we have 69 divided by 3. And it says previously, remember 60 and 9. So we're going to write in this space 60 divided by 3 and 9 divided by 3. Again, 69, we can break 69 into 60 and 9. And each number, we're going to, the 60 is going to be divided by this 3, and also the 9 is going to be divided by 3. We're breaking this number. This is a big number. So we're breaking the number to make easier our division. Now we have 60 divided by 3. Who knows what is the answer of this? 60 divided by 3. Remember that when we're dividing, we're looking at a number that you multiply by 3 and the answer is 6. And then you just copy the 0.
I think I know the answer.
Tell me, Valerie.
2, 3 times
say-
3 divided by 2.
We're going to the bathroom.
Go, Khaled. Valerie, tell me, Valerie.
I don't hear you well. What is that to say?
That question is here, Valerie. Thank you. That question is here that we divide 69. So we can break 60 and 9. Now, what is the answer of 60 divided by 3?
20.
20, that's right, because as Gabriela says, if you multiply 3 times 2 is equal 6, and you just copy 1 0. So the answer is 20, Valerie. Excellent. Plus, now we're going to add plus the answer or the quotient for this division. 9 divided by 3 class. Think about the table of 3 that the answer is 9 in the table.
3 times 3.
3 times 3, that's right. So 9 divided by 3, it's 3. So we have the quotients. We have the answer for both divisions. 60 divided by 3, it's 20. Plus 9 divided by 3 equals 3. Now what we have to do, we just have to add 20 plus 3. What is the answer?
23.
23, that's right. So we write 23. So it means that answer or the quotient for our division, 69 divided by 3, it's 23. That is the answer of the division. How can we get this answer? Using this, the distributive property. We can break the number, the big number, in this case, that divided, into two numbers. And then we add the quotient of these divisions to get the complete answer for our division. Yes? Now, letter D, what it says letter D? It says outline a norm model to show 68 divided by 4, right? 68 divided by 4. So we're going to use this grid to outline 68 divided by 4. How many groups of 4 can you make, it says? So we're going to do the same as the previous one. We're going to draw 4 rows. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 in the columns. So that is going to be 4 using one color. And then we're going to have 68 divided by 4. So we can make groups like 4 times 10 is 40 and 4 times 7. Yes, so we're going to use 10 here. We're going to color 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. I think that I have 10 here. Okay, remember that here you have to color 10. And 4, 10 and 4. So in this part, we have, what we have, it's 40. 4 times 10, it's 40. But we're looking to have 68. So how many are missing? So we're going to use the one that is missing. We have 40 and we're looking for 68. So it means that it's missing 28. 28. So we're going to draw 7 more here, because 4 times 7, it's
17.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes. So here I have 7. And you color this 7 with the color that you have. So as you can notice, here we have 40, and here we have 28. And if you add this 40 plus 28, you're going to get this answer, this 68. 40 plus 28 is equal 68. So we're just representing on the grid our model. How can we break 68 to divide and make easier the division? 68 divided by 4, breaking the number. And now the question is, how many groups of 4 can you make? What is going to be the answer here? How many groups of 4 we can make?
47.
We can make groups of 10 plus 7. It's going to be 17 groups. We can make 17 groups. 17 groups of 4. Yes, 17, because if you can notice here, one group is made of 4, another group is made of 4, the third group is made of 4. So if you continue counting, you have 10 groups of 4, and then you have 7 groups of 4. So if you have 10 plus 7, you have 17 groups of 4. It's a total. 17 groups of 4 people. Imagine that there are people, so there are going to be 17 groups of 4 people. So if that is the answer, 17. Because 17 groups can be 17 groups can be made of 4 people, or what we're talking. In this case, we can say, for example, people. Now, think of 68 as 40 plus 28. Remember, one way is so we can divide. Here, 68, here, breaking the number as 40 and 28. So now it says, think of 68 as 40 plus 28 because we have the 40 and the 28 here that we break. We break the 68 into two numbers, 40 plus 28 is 68. So now we're going to divide this 40 and this 28 to get the answer. So we have 68 divided by 4 is equal to having 40 divided by 4 plus 28 divided by 4 is the same. We can divide 68 by 4, or we can break the 68 as 40 and 28. But each number, using the distributive proper, each number that we divide, each number that we break, it has to be divided by the same number. In this case, by 4. The 4 is going to be divided by 4, and the 28 by 4. Now, what is the answer of 40 divided by 4? 40 divided by 4.
10.
10, that's right. If you say 4 times 10, it's 40. So 40 divided by 4, it's 10. Plus, remember that we add the products, the quotients. 28 divided by 4. In the table of 4, think about one number that you multiply by 4 and the answer is 28.
What is?
In the table of 4, think about one number that is
Times 4?
10 times
times-
4.
No.
No, it's 40.
10 times, but 4 times 7.
4 times 7, yes, 4 times 7 is equal to 28. So 28 divided by 4 is 7. Or 28 divided by 4 is 7. And now we need to add 10 plus 7 is 17. That's
17.
right. So we can make group of 17 as you can is the same answer here. By using that model, you can divide and you can get the answer, it's 17, or you can divide using this information. 68 divided by 4 is equal to having 40 divided by 4 plus 28 divided by 4. So we divide first. 40 divided by 4 is 10, plus we copy the sign, the addition, plus 28 divided by 4, so it's 7. And now we just have to add 10 plus 7 equals 17. So the answer of the division, 68 divided by 4, is 17. That is the answer, class. Yes? Using the distributive property, we can get the answer, the division. Questions, class? Questions about these exercises? No?
No.
Okay. Easy. Okay, finish the work. I'm going to give you 1 minute to finish. If you don't have any questions, so go to next page 164 and start reading by yourself the next. I'm going to take the attendance while you're finishing this, and then I'm going to change the slide. Ana, Andrea, and Camila.
Present.
Perfect.
Present.
Andrea, Sofia. So here. Gabriela, Isabela, and Kiara.
Present.
Present.
Perfect. Lucia, Mia, and Rebecca.
Present.
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 Yes, look at I finished.
Thank you. Continue the next page. Start reading by yourself the next page. Rosa, Valerie, and Sian.
Present.
Perfect.
Present.
Okay, let's go votes. Andrea, it's not connected, right? Alberto, Dani, and Fernando.
Present.
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 Hermes, Joshua, and Khaled.
Present.
Joshua, no, right? Joshua is not here. Marcelo, Santiago Hernandez, and Santiago Chavez.
Present. And I think
Okay, Santiago Hernandez Piallos.
Present.
Okay, perfect. Turn on your video, Santiago Hernandez. Camila, the same for you, so I can see that you're working in the class, please. Okay, just Joshua and Andrea, they're not connected. Okay, perfect. Now, did you finish class?
And Santiago Chavez is not here.
Santiago Chavez is here. Okay, did you finish class? Did you finish to copy this information and color in your book in page 163?
Yes.
Yes?
No, miss.
Yes. No? 1 minute to finish, Valerie.
I finished.
I'm finished. Es que solo me faltaba lo último.
Okay, just the last part. Okay, let's go to next slide. And what it says 163 here in the page 164, right? This is 64. Okay, the next part that we have, it says, okay, just hold on. This is the same. We already work on 163. 164, it says, explain how each small rectangle models a quotient and a product in step number C. Step C. So we're using drawing conclusions. We're talking about the previous exercise class. So what it says, step C, that it says each rectangle models a division. So how this small rectangle models the quotient class? For example, in the example that we have 3 times 20, that it was 60. How the rectangles can model, class? Remember that we have the models. So I'm going to help you here.
Where rectangles what is?
The rectangle in the previous page, this is the information is in the previous page. In letter C, we model 3 as the columns and the 20 and the 3. So how can we write this answer? Remember the first rectangle. The first rectangle, yes, it models the product of what? Of 3 times 20, that is 60. That models the product of 3 times 20, that is equal 60. That is the function of the rectangles. Using the rectangles, we can get the answer of the multiplication of how many rectangles do we have there. We're not going to be counting one by one, so we just count that we have 20 and then we just multiply 3 times 20. Why we do this, class? Remember that if you multiply the numbers, you can get the answer of the divisions. That's why I tell you and I ask you, think about a number that multiplied by 4, the answer is 68 or something like that. It's because that division, it's an inverse multiplication. So we're going to write that. Because relationship there is a relationship between the multiplication and the division. And it models the division 60 divided by 3 is equal to 20. Okay, 60 divided by 3 equals 20. And also remember that we have 3 and 20, and then the small rectangle is 3 and 3 in the previous page 163. So I would say the smaller rectangle model 3 divided by 3.
Mommy, ya no me cabe. I don't have more
Yes,
space.
try to have a space for that. It's just one word, some words that we're going to write. Rectangle is models 3 times 3, right? 3 times 3 equal to 9. And 9 is the same. I have a 9 divided by 3 equal 3. Just that. That is the answer of number 1.
No me caben.
You don't have space.
Yo lo escribo más abajo, más abajo, más abajo.
Now let's compare number 2. It says compare your answer in step A to the final quotient in step C. What can you conclude? So it's step A, letter A, it says that 3, yes, it says outline rectangle in the grid to make 69 divided by 3. And the letter C says each rectangle models a division. So it's the same. So they are the same. We're comparing and we find out that they are the same. They are the same.
Only copy that.
No, I'm going to write more. This shows
That
that you can get the same quotient.
you can go the same quotient
Get the same quotient by breaking out the divided.
by breaking the divided
Into parts, just that.
into parts.
Okay, we don't have more time, so we're going to finish on number 2, number 3. Tomorrow, next class, we're going to continue working in number 3. So send me your books once you finish class. Remember that in this week, you don't have homework in math. So if you're not missing homework in math, you don't have homework in math. Thank you, Rosa. Thank you, Marcelo. You are dismissed. You can disconnect if you finish A and B to answer in your. Okay, bye-bye. See you later. See you next class. Thank you, Rebecca. Bye-bye.
I miss you, my class. Bye.